It's pretty easy to get caught up and forget what matters in life. Sometimes we have so much going on within our lives that we forget what really matters. Or sometimes we've got nothing going on in our lives and we also forget what really matters. It's pretty easy to forget the big picture with all the little things going on in our lives. We're busy people. And in 2025 or whatever year you're watching this video, there's never a shortage of things going on in our lives. Seems like there's always something new piling on. So, how in the world do you stay grounded? 2 feet on the ground, living life, not really worrying about what comes next. Well, in today's, it's not easy. That just sounds like a joke. That's why I'm laughing, right? Like, oh, you're grounded. Yeah. Like, the people who seem the most calm in life and who just feel like they've got it sorted out, who are so nonchalant, we often look at them as clueless. We pretend that they have no idea what's going on. Oh, they're not in the same level as I am. Oh, they don't have as much going on in their lives. So why would they feel stress? Of course, they're so nonchalant about everything. They've got nothing going on in their lives. Well, that's where you're wrong most of the time. Yeah, some of those people, they are nonchalant because they just don't get it. But maybe that's the answer. Maybe not getting it, being able to just live your life, maybe that's what we all strive for. Maybe that's what we want. And maybe it's not what you really want because, like I've talked about, there's a different path for everybody out there. And your path probably isn't just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, wondering what's going to happen next. If you've watched this video, if you subscribed, if you've just decided to click on this video, the algorithm brought it to you, you probably want a lot in your own life. You're a very motivated person. You've got goals you want to achieve. But sometimes all that motivation, these goals are hustle and bustle that we've got deep in our soul. It can deter us from happiness and really doing anything because our minds are running so rampant. So how do you stay grounded with this motivated, just always going mindset? Because you're going to hear lots of people tell you, just turn off your brain, take a little bit, sit, do nothing. That's a fucking joke. Actually sitting and doing nothing, it's beyond painful. It feels like it's ripping a part of your soul out of you. You're wasting time. You could be doing something with this time, actually creating, living, but instead you're sitting there doing nothing. And then once it's all done, the dread you feel, there's many emotions that can pile on after you feel like you've wasted time. And that sucks. So how do you ignore those feelings? How do you move past them and be grounded within your life? Feel content, feel happy, and still keep that motivation, still keep that push. All right. So just like I was talking about, sometimes the hustle and bustle just takes over and you get going on a monologue that never ends and you just need to cut the video. Or it just keeps you from relaxing and being able to take life one step at a time. So let's take a look at how to avoid this hustle and bustle and stay grounded in our lives. Because once you reach a certain level of knowledge or just understanding of certain things, especially the things I'm talking about on this channel, life in general, it becomes a little bit harder to stay grounded as you're always thinking about the next step, the future, things around you. It can cause you to be a little more stressed out. So, how do you stay grounded with all of this knowledge? Well, take it one step at a time. First, remember you are living. You are a human being right now, and your life is on go. There's no pause. It's not, oh, well, today was an off day. It doesn't count. Nope. You are living right now. Yep. Pinch yourself. You are living. Okay. I'm not going to keep repeating that. But seriously, guys, every single second, every day that we spend on this earth, we're not getting that back. We have lived it. It's gone. We did what we could within that time, and we will not get it back again. So, not to say this to stress you out more, because I know that can make things seem like, oh my God, like I've got a limited amount of time, but don't take it that way. Take it as if, you've used that time up. You lived your day. So make every single day count. You didn't waste a day, right? Because you were still on the earth, you were still living. There's no such thing as a wasted day. You live every single day. So, with that mindset, try and make at least one thing beneficial to you within that day. You don't have to create every single day. A lot of people say, "Oh, create every single day, make something." It's good to keep yourself in a flow. Like, you never want to not create for a long enough period to where you're stagnant, but just do something for yourself every single day, whether it be creating, whether it be working on your physical, your mental. All of these things make life worthwhile. So at least when you're looking back upon the day, you can think of one thing that you did and you completed that was important. Having a to-do list can also be helpful, but it can make it seem like, oh, you didn't do enough within that day. If you're going to have a to-do list or a list for every single day, try and just complete one thing off that list every day. Pick the most important or what will benefit you the most for that day and go after it. And even if you can't complete it, say it's a big task or whatever, just find solace in the fact that you attempted it. You made an effort every single day. And the days that you're not able to make an effort, because let's not pretend like we're perfect people and we've got energy to wake up every single day and just go at it. Because some days we don't. We lose the energy, we lose that spark, and feels like we've got nothing going on. We don't want to get out of bed, we don't want to work, we don't want to go create. So what do you do on those days? Well, those days are important too. Because if every single day you were motivated, you were working hard, that would begin to not matter anymore. There would be no such thing as motivation or hard work. That would just be your regular state. And not to say that's a bad thing. That's obviously a state that you want to get yourself into consistently. But for there to be highs, there needs to be lows. So experience the lows, live within them. Take a day off and sit with yourself. Think, what could I be creating? What do I want to create in the future? Maybe it's a time that you need for self-reflection. The content that you've been making, the things that you've been doing at work aren't bringing you enough fulfillment within your life. So you got to sit with yourself for a little bit and think, what can I do differently? What can I change? Sitting with yourself, having a constructive day, taking a day off doesn't mean you didn't get anything done that day or you're a bad person or you're useless. No, that's a part of the process. That's a part of sitting with yourself and becoming better. When I'm talking about just doing something every single day, any part of sitting, thinking, self-evaluation, that's almost more important than actually doing. To improve upon your doing, improve upon yourself, you've got to self-reflect. You've got to think. Now, we can get caught in the trap of thinking in loops and consistently feeling like we're going through self-reflection. Oh, we're working on ourselves. I need to think about this a little bit more. I need to think a little longer. But then eventually you get caught in the trap of being up in the sky for too long. You're not grounded ever. Your feet aren't on the ground. You're not making moves. You're just thinking all the time. You're up in the clouds. But this video, it's about how to stop doing that, how to be grounded. So why would I be telling you, oh, you got to take a break, just stop and think? Well, like I said before, there's no highs without the lows. So sometimes in order to actually be grounded, to feel physically here on this earth, living every single day, you got to feel like you're not. You got to feel a little disassociated. You got to live that other side of the spectrum, realize that our brains can trick us and make us feel like we're not human, we're not living every single day. And then once you can recognize that, feel like, oh, that's the way I'm feeling right now, that's why my brain's making me think that all just starts to go away. And it's obviously, like I said, you need the highs with the lows. So it's still going to be there. You're still going to feel that once in a while. Then when it comes back around, you're going to mentally remember, oh, that's why I'm feeling like this. My brain's putting me in this state so I can remember the lows and feel the highs even more. So you can take it in a whole new way now. You're going to be learning constructively and thinking, okay, what is this trying to teach me right now? What do I need to change within my life? There's so much to actually gain from this once you've figured it all out. It no longer becomes like dreaded. You're not like, oh my God, when's this depression? Sorry. See, it's getting to my fucking head, but you're not going to be like, oh my God, like when's this depression going to come again? Like some people have seasonal depression. I had this too, I thought I had it. in the winter, it's like, oh, life's bad. There's not enough daylight anymore. I can't get out and enjoy the warm weather. If you live in shitty parts of the world like I do, shitty. Oh my God. Like I'm not here to pander. So it's like if you're like, I live in such a shittier place. Good for you, buddy. I'm sorry that it's like that. That is unfortunately the world we live in. People are gonna be out here, especially in 2025 and as we go forward. Well, it's actually not technically the shittiest place because hey, we can only get so general. And the more general we become, the more lackluster the content. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Don't expect me to pander too hard and suck it up and keep watching. Woo! Now I fucking forgot what I was talking about. No, I just... Seriously, guys, like I love making content. I love talking, but then I catch myself going and generalizing. And it's like honestly a form of pandering. You might not agree, but I genuinely think that's just pandering when you have to go and change what you're speaking about. So then you can, oh, well, I want to make sure nobody else is offended or they all feel like it generally relates to them. Content isn't supposed to relate to every single person on this earth. That also removes you from feeling grounded. Like there's just some esoteric speech that everyone's going to talk about so we can all be happy and live harmoniously. No, that's just not fucking true. That doesn't exist, guys. Let's stop playing games. Like this content that I make is only going to be for a specific few people on this earth. And since there's billions of people, that hopefully will be thousands of people and maybe even millions as I grow. I doubt it, but I'd love that. But yeah, the content isn't supposed to be for everyone. All content really isn't supposed to be for everyone. That's what TV and whatnot, generalized media is supposed to be. But content creation, the stuff that we're making on the internet, us individual creators, it's supposed to be for our audiences. And our audiences really, like the way content creation was made to be, it's supposed to be some small niche audience that you've created and created and nurtured. It's the word I guess I'll go for. But in order to, I guess to tie this back in, I keep jumping from one rant to another. I know I said I was going to work on that, guys, but we're only like 20 videos into this series so far. So just wait till we hit 100. See, I'm stuttering too. Jeez. Just wait till we hit episode 100. I promise the speech is going to be levels above. I'm trying to, exponentially improve every single time. So maybe not exponential, but I do genuinely think I'm improving every time. So it's only going to get better. I promise. But like I said, to tie it back in order to stay grounded in our own lives and the I guess really just our own lives. I was going to group it into content creation there, but let's just stick with our own lives. How do we stay grounded with the stupid content we watch or maybe even make in our own lives? Well, it's important to remember what I just said there. All content is supposed to be for specific people, specific audiences. If you feel that, oh, this video, it didn't really speak to me specifically, or I didn't like the language they were using in it. Oh, this TV show actually, like, that doesn't represent my life exactly. That's not how it's supposed to be, dumbass. Like, live your own life. Do you got Jimmy John's TV show up on the, or is this Jimmy John's vlog channel? No, it's not. It's David Dobrik and friggin' friends. Like, oftentimes, because we don't find enough similarities in the media we watch and the things around us, then we start to change ourselves and shift ourselves so then we can feel similar to the things around us. That's not being grounded. That's not being okay with our own lives. To be grounded, just to group it into one final point, is to be okay with ourselves, is to be happy with what we are, what we create, everything really, our inputs and outputs into the world. And it's so easy to find issues with ourselves, find issues with everything that we're doing in this world. But if we're just finding issues and then not doing anything about it, we're just up in the clouds. We're not really living on this earth. To live on this earth, to be grounded every single day means to really make efforts, to make improvements, to consciously look at life and analyze it and realize what we can do better. Thank you for listening today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you learned something from this. If you didn't, turn off YouTube, go read a book, do something else. If you're not learning from this, get out of here.